In this video, I will explain you about conditional statements in JavaScript. So, like any other language, let's say when you are writing a program, there may be a situation when you need to adapt one out of a given set of paths. Generally, we in JavaScript we will go on executing a line by line linearly. But if you want to choose a multiple paths, like in such cases, you need to use conditional statements, where that allow you to program to make some correct decisions and perform right actions. So to explain that in a diagrammatic way in flowchart, the general thing is you will write statements line by line, one by one. So first this will execute, next this will execute, next this will execute, next this line will execute. But in conditional statements, what happens is you will create a condition. Okay. Uh, Condition. So still here you will execute line by line, one after other. So when this condition appears, based on this condition results, if it is true, it will go this side. If it is false, it will go this side. Understand? Like that. So if it is true, these set of statements will execute. I mean, false or true or anything, whichever you write. It is true, these set of statements will execute. And later point of time, again you can merge these two different paths in a single line anyway, if you want. So this is framed with if, and you will write your condition. If it is true, some set of statements. If it is false, the false case will be executed with else part. Okay. So let me create a JavaScript file. Let me create an empty folder first, new folder 3, and let me create a HTML file. And as long as I am recording, at that time my system becomes very slow. Yeah. So the first file I will name it as some one.html. Refresh it. Open this with Notepad++. It is empty now. So close all other files. Close all but this. No to all. So here, let me create a HTML tag first. I started and ended HTML tags. So this represents a HTML document. In this one, let me create a body tag to maintain the data. Okay. In this body tag itself, I will create a paragraph. So whatever data I write in between these two tags, it will be represented as a single paragraph. Let me write this is end of document. Okay. So when I save it and open this with Internet Explorer, you can see, or Microsoft Edge, let's say. You see, this is the end of document. That's it. That paragraph is represented here directly. Now let's say, okay, let me increase the font size. view how to increase notepad plus plus font size. Control and mouse wheel up. View zoom, okay. Zoom. Control number and plus symbol. Zoom. I hope this is enough. Yeah. So I have a paragraph here. So let me add a JavaScript also in front of this. So now instead of so let me create inline itself. Instead of creating a separate file, script type is equal to text or JavaScript. Okay, and I will end this script tag here. So whatever script I want to write, I will write here in between these two tags. And moreover, if the scripting is disabled, I will get as HTML markup tags errors. So that's why I will create HTML tags comment here. So if the JavaScript is not detected runtime, it will comment out all this in the HTML part. Okay. So in this one, let me write the JavaScript code. So var, let's say some age is equal to some 20. What I will tell is Indian general age for voting. If age is greater than or 18 or greater than or equal to 18, then this will execute. Let's say let me keep it bold. Qualified. So what happens is the script will execute, and I am setting 20 value here. So now as this condition is false, this block won't execute. Understood? That's it. So this particular block will execute only if the condition is true, and later when it comes outside, it's normal again. So let's say, so if this condition is false, this set of line will execute. Document dot write. I'm keeping this one more thing. Came out. You see here, if the if condition is true, then this will execute. If it is false, it won't execute. And coming to this one, this will execute irrespective of this condition, because it is outside of the loop and I didn't frame any condition there. So let's say I want to execute this only if the if condition is false. Let me write the text also similarly like that. Then I will frame it with else. Okay. So now let me refresh that, or refresh here. You see it is showing qualified because first one came. So let me keep it as some 6. Now you see condition is false. The second part got executed. So here we have two options. I, if the condition is true, this will execute. If the condition is false, this will execute. But let's say I want to keep one more option, like if the first condition is true, the first statement will execute, first block. If the first statement is false, then again I want to check one more condition. It's like instead of two paths, I am keeping three paths now, or let's say four paths. I want to keep four different paths. Then what happens? First one I will check. If it doesn't work, I will check second one. If it doesn't work, I will check third one. If it doesn't work, then I will go to the last path. So in that case, instead of else, what I will do is I will write else if and write some more condition, and I will write that part like that. How many branches I want, so those many conditions I can write like this. So each time if this is true, this will execute. If it is false, it will come to this one. If it is false, then it come to this one. If it is false, at last it will come to this else part. Okay. So you can test this one. I don't need to separately explain that. Thanks for watching this video.